Hello, hello, crafty friends. Happy Fun Friday. And that is fun with two N's. I practiced saying that earlier and I said that's fun with two F's. I'm like, yeah, that's not it. It's not for fun. It's fun to know. So welcome everybody. I'm so glad you're here. It is Fun Friday. That means that tonight is Craft Roulette. Woo! I know, stretchy pants everywhere rejoicing. We're so happy because Fridays are so much better just because of Miss Mary Gun Fun and Craft Roulette. And of course, Mr. Producer and everybody involved in putting together our favorite crafty show. I mean, it really is. And yeah, Rebecca, it's for fun in it. There we go. Two F's and two N's. Let's just get wild with it. Why not? All right, so hello to everybody in the chat. I see you all popping in. I'm so glad that you're joining me here. If you are new to Craft Roulette Tailgate, this is only episode 3. So we've done a couple of episodes so far. The idea is essentially that we are going to revisit a past episode, and we will determine for each new Craft Roulette Tailgate what it is that we're going to be crafting. So it's just going to be a solid 30 minutes, and we've got a hard stop at 30 minutes because at 6 o'clock Central Time, I'm cutting myself off because we are going to give everybody a chance to take a quick bio break, grab your water, make sure you got your chocolate ready to go because we got to get everything prepped for the main event. So 6:10 p.m. Central Time is when the gallery starts for Craft Roulette, and that's when everybody gets a chance to see if what they made last week made it into the gallery. And keep in mind that is entirely random. It's not determined by anything. It's just a computer-generated thing. There are so many submissions now that it is kind of hard to get every single card shown in the gallery, but it's a really great time to see all the amazing creations that were made by people last week. So to that point, this was my card from last week, and I cannot believe I finished it before the show was over. Who even am I? I cannot believe I did that. So last week's parameters were, what were they? Oh my gosh, I totally just drew a blank. Oh, what the heck were they? I literally have the card in front of me. All right, I know somebody in the chat's going to remind me. Oh my goodness. Okay, I know it was house pet. I remember the house pet, and I remember twine or thread. And it was sophisticated colors. What the heck was the project? Oh my goodness, you guys, I completely forgot. I'm assuming it was a card. It had to be a card, right? And of course, I had to do this, and there's my little corgi Oliver. I don't remember what the heck the project was last week. I did it so fast. Oh, encouragement card. Thank you, Cindy. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that's what this was. Mine was like encouraging a friend, like, I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so glad that you're in my life, kind of a thing. Okay. So anyway, that was last week's parameters. So tonight, our guest is Catherine Pooler, which I mean, everybody knows Catherine Pooler. She has some incredible inks, beautiful range of color, lots and lots of amazing products out there. So I thought that in honor of Miss Catherine Pooler, we would go back and revisit her very first appearance on Craft Roulette, which was back in 2023, and that was episode 181. So like I was saying earlier, kind of what we do here is revisit old episodes. And sometimes we use the parameters that were in an old episode. Sometimes we might use the parameters that the guest wished for, like they're voted on parameters that they wanted. Sometimes, like tonight, we're going to use the vetoed parameters from an episode. So we are using the vetoed parameters from episode 181, which was Catherine Pooler's first visit to Mr. Wheel. So those vetoed parameters, now I'm a little bit brave doing this, right? Because the vetoed parameters are vetoed for a reason, right? And by the way, do you say vetoed or vetoed? I feel like that's a word I struggle with. Is it vetoed? I feel like I need to vetoed, or is it vetoed? I don't know. Anyway, so the vetoed parameters from that episode were a bookbinding card, which I don't mind bookbinding cards. I like them, actually. I think they're fun. So bookbinding card, nest colors. So my friends and I were chatting about nest last night, and like, what does nest mean and how do you interpret it? It can be any different kind of thing, but I'm probably going to go with as simple as a bird nest. But we were kind of thinking all the different types of nests that there are. Then there was a ladder, and what was the last one? The last one was, fuzz. So ladder, fuzz, and nest colors. I gotta admit, those ones got me a little bit. Those ones got me just a little bit. I was thinking for Fuzz that I would do, what's it called? Flocking powder. I don't know if y'all are familiar with flocking powder. It's been around in the craft world for a long time, but I entered crafting by doing nail art, and I used flocking powder for nail art. So that's where I first learned of it. And I know I have it somewhere in my crafty space, but goodness only knows where. I don't have a clue where it's at. So anyway, oh, thank you for the compliment, Kathleen. I appreciate that. These are actually going away tomorrow. So this is the end of my pumpkin nails. My brother's getting married December 4th in Disney World. So expect to see some possibly Disney related nails coming up soon. So these are going away tomorrow. Anyway, so thank you very much, everybody, for joining me. I know it's wonderful to have you here, and I know we're all excited for Craft Roulette. So let's go ahead and dive into tonight's project, which again is the vetoed parameters from Catherine Pooler's first episode, 181. All right, so I'm going to be using this Trinity Stamps Holiday Gnome Stacks, and notice the ladder. There's my ladder. So that's why I use this. And then I'm pulling in some pattern paper from Rabbit Hole Designs. This is called the Retro Christmas pattern paper set. And then I also happened to find some ribbon. I really like using ribbon with bookbinding cards. I agree too. Natasha just said bookbinding is one of my favorite easy folds. I completely agree. Bookbinding cards are really simple and they look elegant and they're easy to do. And so I like using ribbon with them as well. So I went ahead last night and I colored up my focal point because this is not card chaos. I'm allowed to prepare in advance. So this is my focal point all colored in, and I went ahead and stamped and die cut, both things in my sentiment because I kind of wanted to just show you the process of putting together the bookbinding card. Now, I thought it might be easy for those of you who aren't familiar with a bookbinding card. This is probably the easiest version of it. This is an A2 size card, which is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And a bookbinding card essentially is where it has a section of it that is sealed closed. And so it opens like a book, just like this. So you can kind of see how, like that, it opens like a book. So this right here, this fold section is 1 inch. It leaves 3/4 inch, 3 1/4 inch of the card front. And then you glue this portion down, and that way you have your bookbinding card. Really quite simple. It really is. So that was kind of just a little guide to help us out. These were, if anybody wants to go back and see the colors that I used, these were Copic colors. So this was the Copic marker collection that I used. And I basically was inspired by, well, of course, the nest colors, but I went with, one of my friends last night mentioned that a lot of people take yarn and thread and things like that, and they put it out in their yards specifically so that the birds will take it and add it to their nests, and it makes really beautiful, colorful nests. So I decided that's kind of what we're going to do. We're going to go with a beautiful, colorful nest. So first things first, or second thing, I suppose, because I did already color my little image. We're going to cut down our pattern paper to fit in our bookbinding size. So this is 1 inch by 5 1/2. So I'm going to cut it down to be 3/4 inches by 5 1/4. That's going to be this piece over here. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut it down 3/4 of an inch. So first of all, let's get it to exactly 6 inches. Now let me zoom out a little bit so you can see a little bit better. Oh, you haven't made one before, Terry? Yeah, bookbinding cards are really quite simple. They really are. They're so easy to do, and they're really fun. I think they're just, it's a really good use for pattern paper. I really like using it for that because it's kind of just a quick background. Like you just put your pattern paper down and then any focal point, and you're pretty much done. It's really that simple. So, all right, 3/4, and then we're going to do 5 1/4. And that'll be one piece done and dusted already. See, that's just going to fit with a nice little white border. I'm not using this space. This is just kind of a template just to help out. And then I need this piece, which I love this pattern paper. This is one of my favorite sets from the Rabbit Hole. All right, so the bookbinding card is 5 1/2 tall, even here, but here it's only 3 1/4. So we're going to do 5 1/4 by 3. So let's go down to 3 inches. 3 inches here. And we're going to do 5 1/4. All right, so anybody who just joined me, welcome. I'm so glad to have you here. We are getting psyched for Craft Roulette. I'm so excited. It's Friday. It's my favorite day of the week, followed very closely by Monday, believe it or not, because of Card Chaos on Mondays, also a fun show. But Craft Roulette tonight is going to be so much fun because Catherine Pooler is on the show, and we get to see all of her crafty goodness. She's so talented, and her friend that always joins her is a lot of fun too, and it's just going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time for sure. So what kind of, sorry, I just hit my camera. What kind of parameters are we hoping for tonight? Tell me in the chat, who's got specific parameters that they would like to see tonight? Do we have a favorite card type or a favorite color that we want to see? What are we thinking? All right, so first I'm going to take my card base and I'm going to score it in the center. That's my 4 1/4 because this is a regular A2 card base. So there's my 4 1/4. And then I'm also going to take just my front part and score it 1 inch in. So from my center, I'm going to just count 1 inch back, and it's going to be scored at 3 1/4. There we go. And that's going to be where my bookbind comes in, this right here. All right, so I can fold this. My cough is much better, Barb. Thank you for asking. I have had strep throat for about 2 weeks now, folks. As I say that, of course, now I have to cough. It has gotten significantly better. My voice is almost back to normal. I can almost sleep through the night now, but it's kind of yucky. I am still kind of coughing stuff up. It's gross. So there is still that kind of a bit of a problem happening, but you know what? I'm okay with it because I have gotten a lot better. So I am very grateful for that. I do not take my health for granted. I'm very grateful for having it. And I will just be glad when it's completely back to normal. I want to be 100%. I'm just not quite there yet. All right, so this is going to be our card base now. So you can see this is the same concept as this one over here. Same thing. We're gonna end up gluing this part down. But, all right, so let's see, what time is it? We're 12 minutes and almost 13 minutes in. Okay. So yes, Ollie is better as well. Thank you so much for asking. He unfortunately ate an alcohol wipe. Oh, I was so scared. We had to take him into the animal hospital. We had to get we had to call poison control. It was really scary. And honestly, what I haven't really mentioned yet, it was pretty much my fault. I had asked my husband for a wipe to clean off my glasses. So no, I didn't ask him he saw that my glasses were dirty. So he was kind enough to give me an alcohol wipe, but my strength was so poor when I was super, super sick that I genuinely did not even have the strength to lift my hand and clean off my glasses. It was really bad. And so I was holding the wipe in my hand, and because I was all medicated and everything, I fell asleep. And little Mr. Oliver loves to chew everything within a 10-inch radius. So he had to eat everything. So he went to town on the sheet, and we didn't even realize it. And the next thing you know, he is sick. And we realized what he had, and oh, did I feel terrible. I was like, I am the worst mommy. I cannot believe I let this happen. My poor baby was so sick. And so my husband had to take him to the animal hospital by himself because I was at home really, really sick as well. So yeah, Lenine, he loves paper. He loves everything. My friends will tell you this right here is his favorite thing, mint tape. He loves mint tape. Oh, and Kalinda, he was still eating it. He was still chewing on the wipe when we realized what was wrong. Like, oh my goodness. Because he didn't want to let it go. He was loving it. It just also was making him sick, unfortunately. So he's a little monster. I love him to bits, but he is a little monster. I keep asking him to please stop trying to do things to himself that's going to put him in danger. Because I don't know, he's a little daredevil or something. But he's a trip. He is an absolute little trip. Okay, so now we're going to take our ribbon here, and this is going to be super, super easy to do. And I have been absolutely loving this Easy Runner from 3L by Scrapbook Adhesives. I was gifted this one through Trinity Stamps and a collab with 3L. And I have trouble with Tape Runner because I never seem to get it right. This one has little tiny strips. And so whenever you put the strip down, you can just kind of roll your tape to the side, and it comes right up, and there's no excess tape anywhere or any, I don't know. Maybe it's just me that has trouble with that, but I have always had a hard time. So I'm just very glad that I finally have a tape runner I can use that is not giving me such a hard time. All right, so I'm going to wrap this around, and I'm going to kind of keep it taut for the most part. And can you believe I found a green that looks so good with the green that I used in my tree? I could not even believe that I had this in my stash. I was genuinely shocked. Okay, so we got a little bit of ribbon here. Ooh, I like that ribbon. All right, we're going to make a bow. We're going to make a bow. Yeah, corgis, they are tough. They are tough. You're very right about that. But he has a death wish or something. I don't know what the deal is with my dog, but he's a little nut job. All right, so I did see that we're looking for some good parameters tonight. What about the vetoes? Did everybody get their vetoes in for the week? The members? I sometimes forget to do it, and then I'm kicking myself. This week I remembered, though, and it could be because I got my card done so fast, which, again, who even am I? Cannot believe I got that done. All right. Oh, you love lime green? Me too, Flo. I didn't realize how much I liked it, but then I was especially happy when I saw this lime green color combo come in on my pattern paper, and I was like, "Ooh, I gotta use that. That is cool." So I was really happy to use it for my tree. All right, now you might be wondering. Oh, good, Lenine did get her vetoes in. Good. All right, I'm glad one of us remembered. Like I said, this week I did remember though. Okay, so let me see how I'm doing on time. I got to keep an eye on because okay, 5:46. All right, are we getting hyped? Is everybody excited for Craft Roulette? I can't wait. I can't wait. Did everybody get their cards done too? Did you all get your cards in? It's okay if we didn't. Sometimes we don't always have time, but I'm kind of obsessive. So I have not missed a card in whatever 120 something cards I've submitted now, 130, wherever I'm at. I've not missed a week. So since my very first submission, I have done a Craft Roulette card every single week through illness, through vacations, through everything. And I can't not do it. It's too important to me. I cannot do it. Okay, so you might be wondering, what about the fuzz, Irene? What are we doing with the fuzz? Okay, so I was trying to find the best kind of glue to do this, and I'm not really sure what that's going to be. So I'm just going to use my regular Barely Arts glue, and I'm going to try to do a very, very thin kind of little squiggle layer right here. And I'm just working on this one little gnome who's on the top of my ladder stack here. And I'm going to do something a little unorthodox, suggested by one of my friends. And check it out. I promise this is not a dirty used Q-tip. This is one where I cut it a little bit so I could start to unravel it. And I am just going to, oh, hey, there's, speaking of Craft Roulette, there's Miss Mary herself. You do have this stamp and you do amazing things with it, my friend. All right, let's see here. So we're going to just drop that down, and that's how we're going to work some fuzz into this design. I'm going to literally put Q-tip fuzz onto this because I could not find my flocking powder anywhere. So I cannot take credit for this idea. I want to say it was Gloria Davis who suggested it. Correct me if I'm wrong, friends. I might be mistaken. Might have been Linda Gorman. I think it was Gloria. So, all right, we're just going to drop this down here. All right. So did we get our cards in, everyone? Oh yeah, we used to call the police the fuzz. I thought about doing my little Craft Roulette Deputy Heidi cop car from Trinity. I did think about it. I was like, I wonder if I could just do the fuzz like that, but I couldn't. I don't know. I was struggling with the ladder at that point. So I'm like, the ladder with the fuzz. I'm like, I don't know how to make this work. So I was struggling with that one little part, but I think this works. I'm going to cut off this little bit of excess. So he has very fuzzy little, oh, I forgot. Oh no. I forgot his little mitten over on this side. Okay, let's just get some fuzz down there. I can't believe I'm using a Q-tip. It's kind of gross, kind of fun. But again, it's not used. I promise. This is not a used Q-tip. All right, let's see here. So we're going to stick that out down there. All right. So who here has used some of the Catherine Pooler inks? And I'm sure you've noticed, but Catherine Pooler was kind enough to be the Craft Roulette official ink sponsor. So Miss Mary has the whole range of Catherine Pooler's inks, and they are stunning range of inks. All right. So I think we're getting somewhere, friends. I think we're getting somewhere. All right, so now I'm going to use the other thing that I've been loving from 3L, which is their foam roll. I've never used their stuff before until I got it from Trinity, and I was this was me testing out different ink colors. I like to use my different supplies as much as I can, get the best use out of them I can. Better than a tampon, Laura. Okay, friends, so I got to explain that one. From the Inky Stamper Inky Escape Retreat, which was a couple weekends ago, we had a newbie crafter join us, and she was trying to figure out how to, I can't remember, what was it? Was she trying to add, was it cotton? Or it wasn't fuzz. I want to say it was like, oh gosh, I can't remember what the parameter was. She was trying to add something. Oh, thank you, Miss Mary. She was trying to add something to her card, and I can't remember what it was now. You might have to remind me, Laura. But all of the thing that I remember from it, though, of course, was when she couldn't figure out what to use, she ended up going into the girls' restroom, and she found in the hotel there, and she remembered that there was a little display of tampons for anyone to use if they needed them. So she grabbed a tampon, again, not a used one. She grabbed a tampon and she pulled the cotton out, and she used it for her card. So she will forever be known as the tampon card lady. And it was pretty great. It was a pretty great moment. That's going to go down in a Inky Escape history for sure. All right. So this is definitely not as questionable perhaps as a tampon. However, how ingenious, really? I mean, honestly, wasn't that genius of her to do that? I thought that was just so smart and so clever. All right, so we are going to add, let's see how much time. Okay, we're 5:51. We got a little bit of time still. Almost done here. I'm going to add a little bit of a shadow down beneath here because I don't really like to have my elements kind of floating, So I'm going to just give them a little bit of a shadow. And I'm pulling in the same warm grays that I used in a couple of their beards and stuff like that. So this one is W5. And then I'm going to grab my W3. Let's see. And I'm just gonna be fading it out a bit more and bringing it down into kind of like a very loose V shape, I guess you could say. And here's my W1. Again, I'm just coloring that in together, fading it in together. And then I will do my W00. Oh, yes, thank you, Flo. I appreciate that. If you are all having a good time, if you could give me a thumbs up, maybe subscribe if you're new here. That would be amazing. I would very much appreciate you. And then you can come back and enjoy Craft Roulette with me, Tailgate with me every other week. So Craft Roulette has a members after party twice a month. And so basically when Mary does an after party, we don't have a pre-party. When she does not have an after party, we tailgate. So I need like Craft Roulette foam fingers to wave around and all that good stuff. And I feel like I need one of those like blower things that pow, 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 pow. You know what I'm talking about? That they blow off at tailgate parties. And maybe a hot dog. I don't know. I kind of want a hot dog now. Maybe not. I don't know. Hot dogs could be weird. Okay. I think I have now lost my sentiment. Oh my word. Did I really lose it? I think I did. Oh no. Mayday. I've lost my sentiment. No. See, I can't be trusted with things. I can't. Oh, here we go. We're safe. We're safe. We're fine. Okay, so now I need everyone's opinion because I kept looking at this. Ooh, Sam's hot dogs. Nice. I kept looking at this and wondering, do I want to set it up here in the corner, kind of off by its side? I tend to be somebody who likes my sentiments to touch my focal points, but I don't know if there's like a really good spot for it. So what do we think? Do we want it up here? Do we want it down here? Or do you see something better along the way somewhere else? So while you think about that, let me know what you think. Oh, thank you, Terry. I'm going to try to tie a bow. Now, I will tell you, I am not the world's foremost bow tire. I'm not very good at this at all, but I'm going to give it a shot. And the only way that I can really seem to ever tie a bow, and maybe it's because I have man hands, like I have giant hands, so it's kind of hard for me to tie dainty little bows, but I'm going to give it a shot anyway. We're going to see what we come up with. Oh, and okay, we came up with literally nothing. Okay, and yes, I'm definitely asking. So you like up top. Oh, Lenine, you also like up top. Oh, everybody's saying up in the corner. Oh, I do need to learn the fork method. And I even have one of those, the bow makers that are like the wooden little tools, Look at this. I can't do this. This is terrible. This is terrible. I need bow making skills. Can somebody just bottle some bow making skills and teach me? Because I'm struggling here. Okay. Okay. Maybe do we have something going on here? Okay. That's a start. That's a start of a bow. We're seeing something. All right, come on. Let's try to tighten it up. Oh my gosh. I am just not good at this. Like, I'm just not. And I'm going to do the bow this way. I'm going to do it kind of looking down like this, so I don't mind it being a little bit longer. Okay, I think that's going to work. I hope it works. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. We're gonna call it. We're gonna say that it works. We're gonna cut this a little bit of a diagonal and then try to do the same on this side over here. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna put a little bit of glue just dead center. I really hope I'm not messing this up. We'll see. Does anybody else panic about stuff like this, or is it just me? I always panic about when I'm about to put something down. I'm like, oh my gosh, am I making a big old mess? I never know for sure. I feel like my glue's kind of coming out. You know what? I think we're just going to stick a magnet on it and see what happens. We're going to hold it down. All right. So here we go. All right. So tell me all the things. How did you do with your cards this week? How did it go? Did you find that you struggled with sophisticated? Was the color palette a good one for you? Did you like the parameters this week? Were they challenging in any way? I'd love to hear how your experience was with it. Oh, thank you, Linda. I appreciate the compliment. I was hoping that this was going to turn out cute. I wasn't sure how well it was going to work, but I was hoping. I really do like bookbinding cards, though. Thank you, Flo. Yeah, I love using my magnets for stuff like this. All right, let's put a little bit of glue on the back of our sentiment because, again, I can't be trusted to stick the landing. All right, let's see. Oh, that's a perfect bow. Well, thank you, Terry. That is not something I ever expected anyone to say to me. I do not have very good bow making skills, so thank you. That is very kind. All right. Oof. Okay, I think. Oh, okay. Maybe I overdid it on the glue just a wee bit. We kind of had some seepage over here. Uh-oh. Yeah, I definitely overdid it on the glue. Well, nobody can ever accuse me of not making sure that things stay down. Okay, there we go. All right, let's try to pick this up and see. Okay, how did we do? Oh, okay. All right. I think that's working, friends. Okay, we're almost out of time. So what do you say? Let's do one little stamp on the inside. I'm going to go ahead and use just a regular stamp block. And I think I'm just going to take, what do we want? Happy Holidays or Merry Christmas? Which one sounds good? Happy Holidays or Merry Christmas? We've got both. So the outside says deck the halls, and the inside can say Happy Holidays or Merry Christmas, because keep in mind, this is only 3 inches here, so we want to make sure that it fits. So which one do we like the best? Happy Holidays or Merry Christmas? Let's see. Oh, hi, Jen. Let's see. Oh, you did a monochromatic for your sophisticated? Oh, that's smart. That's very smart. See, Happy Holidays can fit there. Merry Christmas can fit there. Let's see. Oh, I'm seeing happy. Oh, I see 1 Merry Christmas, 2 Merry. Oh, we're tied. We're tied. I sort of went. I didn't quite do monochromatic, but I definitely kept it like a neutral color palette because for some reason I always think of like doctors' offices and things as sophisticated, and they tend to have all kinds of like neutral colors. So that's why I always think of that. Okay. All right. I'm seeing more Happy Holidays. So we're gonna go Happy Holidays. All right. So I got to know, because this is a question that comes up a lot with design teams. Yay to gnomes or nay to gnomes? Are we gnome fans? I certainly am, and there's no right or wrong answer, but I am very curious because I assumed everybody loved gnomes, and it turns out that is not the case. I was very surprised. Okay, see, Cindy's a nay. All right. Kat's a yay. Yep. Oh, Kalinda, you're a big gnome fan. Love it. Okay. All right, because we get gnomes sometimes on Craft Roulette too, and I wonder, because we even have, I'm pretty sure, isn't there a gnome in the little Craft Roulette set? I'm pretty sure there is. Okay. Oh, let's see here. All right, not much of a gnome or elves fan. Interesting. Okay. Oh, well, that sentiment's upside down. Already starting. Not really gnome fan. Just got a new gnome die set. Love gnomes. Terry's over gnomes. Interesting. Okay. But we gotta say, even if you're not into gnomes, Trinity has really cute gnomes, though, don't they? I just think they're darling. Okay, let's go stamp up just a little bit higher. Let's go right about yeah, right about yeah. All right, I'm hoping that this goes down because it's not flat, so I'm just really hoping that I can get enough of an impression. Oh. Hey, okay, we did it. Slightly crooked, but you know what? We're gonna work with it. Just slightly crooked. All right, fans, friends. All right, friends, we did it. We did it. We have made our card, and it is officially time to skedaddle and go check out Craft Roulette. So please join me over in Craft Roulette. Let's have some really great fun tonight. Let's enjoy our fun Friday and make all kinds of fun with our Craft Roulette parameters. Crossing our fingers that Mr. Wheel's good to us tonight. All right. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you in a couple weeks for the next Craft Roulette Tailgate. Otherwise, I will see you on Monday for Card Chaos. So thanks so much. And let's go chat over at Craft Roulette now. See you soon, friends. Have a great night. Bye.